routes, but whatever you find, all the things register off because we have all configs now, filter config is there. But mainly what is important now is route config. Remaining also will be needed going forward. So otherwise, simply copy paste all the 4 lines, what you find in the text file. This text file is open for you. Copy this and paste it in the things now. Are you clear? Okay. So now run this. Run the project. Now see, I'm calling API slash customer. I'm not getting, could not load Microsoft.web infrastructure. Web.infrastructure. Not required. Why that is a coming error? ASP not framework. Restore enough. Just a minute. You don't require this. Asking to install Microsoft dot web dot infrastructure. Already installed. Already installed. Why is it giving error? Errors, empty project and selected web API checkbox. To fix the errors, install 2 NuGet, ASP and MVC, web dot optimization. That's all. Not load. Stop talking, guys. Sure. Version 1.0.0.0. Okay. Greece. Infrastructure. Web Greece. Culture, public token, what's using because they're primary. Reference, it depends on. between nothing is why the error is don't know. I just deleted that in the web.config file. That's all. In the web.config file, the information about that I deleted start working. We don't get this here. The first time I saw this error, why I'm getting this error. So for this error, I just only removed the content. Okay, you should not face. If you face the error like this, just remove this element corresponding to Microsoft Web dot infrastructure. Should not face that. Don't know why the error came. This is the first time I just came across this error. Okay, fine. Well, now we have the two controllers in your project. API controller is also there. Let me see. Both will run. See how to call API controller? API / customer. API. Want to call my MVC controller. What is the MVC controller name? / we did not add a method for that. View for that. The error is view is not found here. We did not add a view engine error. When you get a view engine error, we did not have view, you get a view engine error. Okay, let me add it. Right click, add view. Okay. Index page. So run and see. Both will work. API also will work, as well as MVC also will work. Okay. Two things you need to do, guys. One is you're required to install system.microsoft.web.mvc, Microsoft.ASP.NET.MVC. Web optimization. There are two assemblies to install. After that, go to web.config. Sorry, not web.config. Global. ASAX and the global.ASAX, you just require to add one statement important for you. What is that? Route config, enough. But see, it creates a text file for you. In the text file, whatever is there, copy paste here. Enough. Even though you don't write also, nothing happens to you because what you require is only that config file. Which config? Sorry, not route config dot register route. That line is enough. Bundle config and all will give you error because we don't have the bundles and everything now. Okay, so just to follow what I said in the notes, that's all, guys. Don't add all these things. Only one line. What is that? If you want to add a bundle config, you require the bundles. You need to do all those things. That's where error is coming. So just add this line. That's all. What I said in the notes, do that. That's all. Go to application start. Write that route config dot register routes. So now you see you have web API config also, route config also. Both are there. So both should work. See there, home, index, index page, API, customer, API, test, all the APIs. Okay, now? And what's the plan of action? We want to run the home controller index. This is what. From here, I want to call the API. From here, I want to call the API. And what I said, we are going to create SPA. Single page application using jQuery Ajax. Everything will be on the same page. No reloading of the page also. No resubmitting, reloading, nothing will happen. The page will be statically sitting like that, but every operation will work. Can you tell me the URL for calling? Can you tell me the URL for calling the API, guys? This is for calling your home MVC controller. I'm asking for API. Remember, this is only the URL for calling all. Yesterday, in Postman also shown you, this is only the URL. What will change? The type, request type will change. Get or post or put or delete. But the URL is fixed. This is the same URL we are going to use for all. Is it clear? Okay. So what's the plan of action? Our plan of action is, okay, let me close all these things, guys, now. I don't want to. Okay, this is our customer controller. This is our home controller. And here we have the index. The index will launch the view. Nothing to write anything in the home controller also. This will launch the view. And now in the view, I want to do all the designing work for performing all my operations. Okay, now. Well, how am I expecting the output? How am I expecting the output? Okay, listen, guys. I want to create a page in the left-hand side. I want to take a table with the 2 columns. I want to take a table with the 2 columns. 1 row, 2 columns. A table, 1 row, 2 columns. 1 row only now. In the first column, I want to display all the customer data in a table format. Okay. In the second column, I just wanted to display some text boxes and all for adding new records, updating records, as well as deleting records. Clearer or not? So what we have? We are going to have a table first. I don't want any border. Just width equal to 100%. Only 1 row, guys. How many columns? 2 columns. 2 columns. Now, guys, listen. In this, I again want to put a table. In this, I again want to put a table to display my customer data. And in this, I want to use a form tag, text boxes, and all. Are you clear? Yes or not? This is my plan of action. This is what I just wanted to do. Okay. We'll see. First, we will create the things. Okay. TR, TD. And guys, if you want the content to be coming to the top of the cell, if you want the content to be coming to the top of the cell, what we use? Vertical align top means bring the content to the top. Okay. Same way here also for this TD also. Otherwise, by default, the alignment will be in the center. But what you want is top. Okay. And here now create a table. Look, table border is equals to 1. Align ID TBL customers. How do you create a header row? Header row. That is column here. TH is column, header. There is a column name for that column name. How do you create a header row? TR only, na? But to tell this header row, we use a T head tag, and for body, we use a T body tags. In table also, we have a separate tag called T head and T body. Generally, to differentiate between header row. See, tell me, how do you create a header row? What do you say? TR. Afterwards, TH. This is a column. This is not row. I asked you how to create a header row. This header row or column? Huh? Column name, that's all here. Are you clear? What be the column? Customer ID. Name. Balance. City. Status. And guys, remember this is a header row, correct? To tell this is a header row, we have a tag called T head. The T head is a tag to tell this is a header row. Generally, we don't write also, we get it, but that is a general convention what we follow. T head is to tell this is the header row. And TR, and I'm giving all the column names here. Is it clear? And this is my header. And now you want to get the body rows, correct? We got T body also. Just like T head, we have T body. See there. Table, caption. T head is for header row. T body is for the body. T body is for the body. See there. T head, TR. We are giving all the columns by TR, by TH. And next, T body. What about the bodies here? The body should be dynamically coming, guys. I need to build the body dynamically now. Why? Or will you write manually? TD, TR, TD. How many rows are there? 1,000 rows will be there. Will you write all the code? That should be dynamically built. So understand the structure carefully. First, you're taking a table. How many rows? Open the mouth. How many rows? How many columns? In the first column, I'm again placing a table. And in the table for the header row, I've given all the columns. And body, I left it empty. I left the body empty. That should be dynamically built. Come on, second column. What do you want in the second column? I want text boxes. What? Customer ID, one text box. Name, one text box. Balance, one text box. City, one check box. Status, a checkbox. Below that, 3 buttons. Insert, update, delete. Okay, now? First text box, first we have customer ID text box now. Beside that also I want a button, search button. You enter the customer ID and click on the search, it has to populate the data. Did you understand me? So what you require is 4 text boxes, 1 checkbox. Beside the first text box also we want a button for search. And at the bottom, 3 buttons. We want 3 more buttons in the bottom. Okay, that's the design. And don't forget, whenever you're just trying to add controls, compulsory what should be there? Form tag. Without a form tag, you cannot add the controls on the HTML. Compulsory form tag should be there. Okay. Again, to do that designing, I'm again using a table. Why? Right, to get the correct alignments here, I'm using a table here also. Okay, just watch, guys. Look, you have the form tag, table, align center, TR, TD, TD, input ID text box, input type, button, search button. What is the value? I'm just giving dot, dot, dot as a value. That's all. Just a search, a dot, dot, dot value. On the click of it, I'm calling a JavaScript function, guys. What is that? And remember, this is not a submit button. These are normal buttons. A normal button will not directly submit to the server. These are only normal buttons. And on the click of it, I'm going to call a JavaScript function. What is the name? We need to write this method, remember. Okay. Second, name, input type name, balance, input type balance, city, input type city. Okay, status I did not take. Status default to true now. I did not take a status. If you want, you can place a checkbox there. No issues. Next, in the last row, call span 2. First button, second button, third button, fourth one is a reset, reset button only. And now see, on the click of the first button, I'm calling a JavaScript function. Second button, third one, you need to write all these functions in the JavaScript now. Remember, using jQuery. Is it clear? So many functions, remember all the names. 4 till now. What is the first one? And on the click of it, I'll call the API. On the click of it, I'll call the API. I'll call the API and get the data. I'll call the API and insert the data. I'll call the API and update the data. I'll call the API and delete the data. These are all JavaScript code. That's it. So this is the design. This is the design of your page. Right now, this table and all, if you run the home controller, what will you see? That's what I designed, guys. I divided the table into 2 columns now. First column, I said V-align top now. If I don't say V-align top, that will go somewhere in the center, guy. That's why I said V-align top. See, both are on the top now. See there. This is again a table. This is again a table. If you don't have a table, you don't get the alignments correctly. That's why taken a table. Here, customer ID, search text box, name, balance, city, insert, update, delete, clear. Clear is a reset button. That's all. So did you understand the design now? Are you clear? What you're expecting? In the page load, why don't you show me all the customer information to me? In the page load, why don't you show me all the information to me? Okay. To do that, I want to write one JavaScript function, guys. To do that, I want to write one JavaScript function with the name called get customers. Okay, now? Next. Here I'll enter customer ID and I'll click on this. It has to get me the data. Are you clear? I want to write a method, get customer. Get customer. Are you clear? Next. Fill the data, click on this. Insert customer. What? Add customer. Huh? Okay. Add customer. Next. Update customer. Are you clear? Huh? Yes or not? When I'm going to call get customer, search button. When I'm going to call add customer, update customer, delete customer, get customers, page load. Page load. I need to call this function in the page load, on body load. Okay, body load, we need to call this. Are you clearer or not? Okay, so totally how many JavaScript functions should I write now? 5. Okay, we'll write the code. And to do that, first install jQuery on your machine first. First install jQuery. You're required to install the jQuery also now. Okay, jQuery. Tools. jQuery. Go to index page. What you'll do? Go to the head section. Scripts. jQuery.min.js 3.7.0 in the notes. Okay, it's the old version 3.7.0.min.cs. Okay, now? Well, next, we'll write all the JavaScript functions now. Guys, tell me the first function name. Get customers. Clear? What do you want to do? You want to call the API, right? Yes or not? And this call is by using Ajax. $.Ajax. $.Ajax. And here you're required to provide all the information. See, 3 days back, I shown you guys URL, type, all the information you're required to pass now. Now also it is the same story. How you're required to pass it. Okay, just watch it. $.Ajax, you're required to pass all the information. First line. I already said to you that is the URL same for all. Okay, na? What next? Type. What type of action you wanted to perform? Get. Okay, next one is you're sending the data in which format? JSON format. The data type is going to be JSON. Okay, and do you remember other success and failure? In success, what do you want to do? If error, what do you want to do? And that day, what did I, in success, I called a function called F1. In failure, I called a function called F2. Remember? Same I'm doing now also. If it is success, I'm going to call a function called build table. This function, I will write the code for building the table now. And next, error. Any doubts on any parameter? What is the first parameter? We are going to get the URL of the API now. Already I explained you guys, this is the URL. And this is same for all methods. For get customer also, add customer, update customer, delete customer, for everything will call the same. What I will change? If I say get, it will go to get method. If I say post, it will go to post method. That's what we call as REST. Representational state transfer. The URL will be same. You will only require to use the URL in the code. Change the type. It will go and hit you a different thing. We don't require to change the method names. Tomorrow, what is the name of the method is none of my business. I'm only pointing to the controller. That's all. You're not pointing to the method. So tomorrow, what is the benefit of this? Controller name will always be same only. The logic can vary. Anything you change, none of my business. I will hit the controller and I'll tell I want to get. It will give me the results of the get. I hit the control and say post. It will give me the results of the post. Are you clear? And mainly no proxy generations will be there. No proxy. But in web services, what is the drawback I said you? We have a proxy generation in the web service. But here the proxy generation is not going to be present. That is the biggest advantage. Okay, guys, you can see this is what. Now, what should I do? I require to write this function now. Which function? Function build error. Sorry, build table. Okay. Guys, answer my question. On the day, I explained you this one. Success F1. You're done F1. For F1, what did I say? Array, the result will come to F1. On that day, result is a small string. We taken some name called response string. Array, any name you give, yeah, not a problem. But here, what you're going to get now? A list of customer. What is the type? List of customer. What this returns here? List of customer. But JavaScript doesn't have any data types now. Give any name here, the values will come there now. That's all. Array, if it is C sharp, what you should write? List of customers. JavaScript doesn't have function, develops now. So directly what do you say? Customers means the result will come here directly. Are you clear? Now do one thing. Write a for each loop. Pick one by one row. Pick one by one record. Understand? Pick one by one record. Build a row. Build a add to the T body. Got it or not? I'm repeating again. Pick one by one row. Every row contains data now. Build a row now. Build a table row. How? TR, TD, customer ID, TD, name, TD, all the things. Now add the row to T body. Got the point? Add the row to the T body. How's there how to do it? Okay, just watch. Understand the first statement. Has TBL customers. Refers to the table now. I explained you in here we don't require to write document dot get element by ID. How to refer? Dollar hash control name. Under that I'm referring to. Did you understand why I used the T head and T body now? If I don't use a T head and T body when I say call empty, head row also will be deleted now. You want to delete the head row or body rows? Body dot empty means what I'm telling. First delete all the rows in the body. Why sir? Why sir is, see tomorrow you insert a record. The inserted record should come back here or not? Tell me. I have 15 records here. Inserted record should come back. Again I will call this method. Which method? It will come and append you. 15 are there. You added one record. 15 plus another 16. 31 records you'll see now. Are you getting me? Again you add a record. What will happen for this 31? 17 records will add now. You face this problem in C sharp also, remember? So that's what to do first. Clear the old values. Clear the old rows and freshly append the rows. It's not overwriting. It is only appending. That is why first we should clear all the rows and then you're required to do the appending process. Okay. Now we are using a for each loop, guys. We are using a for each loop. JavaScript also has for each loop. And just like C sharp, JavaScript also has for each. How do you write for each loop in C sharp? For each where customer in customers. Correct now? Here we don't write for each, simply each. Your collection. Your collection. And the second parameter should be a function. Anonymous function. Anonymous function. What you require to pass? Index and a variable. Index and a variable means when the loop is running first time, 0 will come here. And here the first record will come now. Array, for each where customer in customers. Understand? Where customer is the variable which will hold the data. Same now. What is it? Customer. The confusion for us is we don't have data types here. That is why we confuse all here. If it is C sharp code, how you write? For each where in what is customers is my collection. Customer is my single. And now also same, guys. What is this? Which customer? Pointed by the index. If index is 0, first customer. If index is 10, 11th customer. If index is 10, 11th customer. Okay. And now see this one. See this. I'm declaring a variable here. Where status is equals to customer.status. You know this now? A condition operator here. Question mark and colon. Know this now? What is this? Condition. True value. False value. Now tell me if this is true. What will come? If it is false, what will come? And that will come and store in. Why did I do that? I'll tell you. Okay. Now you're referring to the table. Dot append. You're appending now. See, what are you doing? You're building a row. See, TR. TD align is equals to center. Customer ID. Plus by TD. Again, start a new TD. Customer dot name. By TD again. TD align right. Customer dot balance. By TD city. Okay. Status. See all of you. Coming to the status, I'm not writing customer dot status. If I say customer dot status, I'll get to true or false. But what I want to see is active or inactive. That is why first what did I do? If it is a true, I stored active. If it is a false, I stored inactive. So that status value will come. So what will it show in the output? You know, not true or false. It will show you active, inactive. By TD, by TR. You're building a row now. And see that append method. You're appending. So now what will happen? The loop runs and the loop will build one row and adds the rows to the table now. Are you getting me or not? Okay. So if I don't, this is not mandatory. If I don't write this, what should I write here? You should write here as customer dot status. True or false will come. If you want to say true or false, directly write up. No, I don't want to say true or false. I'm planning for. That is why I taken up one variable and I just build it like this. Now tell me, if I run this, will I get the output or not? Will I get all the records of the table or not? Let us see. Are they not coming? We did not call the function. We did not call the function. We should call the function where? In the body. Onload is equals to get customers. Onload is equals to get customers. The bloody hell, generally what we face with JavaScript is, it won't tell you errors here. If any error is there, it won't tell you errors. But how to see the errors is F12. There's some error here. Display error. Oh, we did not define this function, guys. Which one? It is telling I did not find the function display error. That is why error is coming. We did not define that. That's why we got the error. Okay. Let's define that also. Nothing here. Display error is nothing. I want to show the error message. That's all. See what I'm writing in display error? This is a simple code. Are you clear? If there is any error, it will go to no error, goes to build table. Okay. Run. Still error? No. Taking time, that's all. It taking time to load. Watch. What I got there? Active and inactive. If I don't write that particular code, what you'll see is true or false. If you want to see true or false, it's your choice. Understood my point? We got the records, all the 16 records as it is on the table, right? Clearer? Yes or not? See, if I don't use that clear method there, when I refresh, another 16 rows will add and total 32 records will show. To avoid that problem only, what did I do? Now tell me, do anyone has any doubts with the three functions I've defined? First one, get customers. You made a Ajax call, $.Ajax. What should I pass? URL, type, data type, success, error. What is the URL? URL is same for all the API calls. Type is get. To tell we are making a get request. Data type is I want to get the information in a JSON format. Next, success. Success is a build table you are calling. Error is a display error. In the build table, what are you doing? You're going to success means data is coming now. In the form of a list. I pass the list here. I cleared the table body. I cleared the body, and then I used a for each loop and started adding the rows to the table. TBL customer dot append a row. So when the loop runs, every time a new row is added to the table now. No, sir, could not execute the code. Display error. Are you clearer? Okay. What next? 105. Click. This data should come here now. Okay, now we're required to write a function now. What is it? Get customer. What is that? Get customer. Are you clearer or not? Now you're required to write something called as get customer. And for that get customer, we need to pass the text box ID as an input. The text box ID should be passed as an input now. The text box value, the value in the text box should be passed as an input. Guys, can you tell me the URL for single record getting? Same URL only, slash. You'll pass the ID value now. You'll pass the ID value. Are you clear? You'll be passing the ID value. Okay, guys, you can do it in two different ways. I'll show you. Copy this function. Get customer, same URL. Now in the last, let me append. Put a slash here and let me append the value of the text box now. Are you clear? Let me append the value of the text box. Just the text box value should be appended over there. Okay. So I need to append the ID and the appropriate value. Okay. You can pass in two ways, guys. One, you can put a slash here and pass. You can put a slash here and pass. This is one way you can pass it. Okay. So like how slash and the text box. What dollar hash, what the control name? TXT ID dot value. The value is appended there now. The value is going to be appended there. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, the ID will come automatically. This is one way you can pass. What happens for the URL? You're concatenating the ID. Are you clearer or not? Another way you can write this code is without writing it like this, means without changing the URL pattern. Let the URL be like that only for all. Another way you can pass this particular value is we have another attribute called as data. And for this data, you can pass on the value. Are you clear? Data. This is the input data. This is the input. How to pass? ID. Are you getting my point or not? Okay. Second option, without writing like this. What did I say? You put a slash here. Concatenate the value. Concatenate the value. No need ID, no need. Why? ID is the default parameter name. So I don't require. Are you getting me? In which scenario we need to use the second mechanism, you know? If the parameter name is different. The parameter name is not ID, guys. The parameter name is customer ID. The name is compulsory then. Then what is the best option? Write like this. Are you clear? So my suggestion is always follow this option only. Reason, the URL won't change anywhere. In all methods, the URL pattern will be same. Okay. So now also URL pattern is same, but only extra thing is data. Check it out. Even for get customers also written the same code. Get customer also written the same code. What he added extra is only data. That's it. Okay. And here, just understand, if it is success, no need to call build table. We need to assign the values to Xboxes. We need to assign the values to text boxes. Are you clear? Shall I write one function called as display values, and we can display the values inside of it. Guys, 2 days back when I was explaining about this one, I said you success F1, failure F2. We called 3 days back, remember? On that day I said, you remember? When you're calling success F1, you're calling a function. Without calling a function, if you want to write, the logic can also be written directly there. You can also directly write the logic there. No, sir, I want to separate the logic. Then you can write a separate function also. Choice is yours. See, yeah, display error, a separate function. Your display value, separate function. No, sir, I don't want to waste my time writing separate function. I want it one time only. When you write separate functions, reusability. When you want to use one time, no need of writing a separate function now. And I want this only for one time. Then I can write up the code like here only in the form of a anonymous function. In the form of a anonymous function. In the form of an anonymous function, I can directly write off my logic there. Okay. So guys, observe how to do it. Watch guys, success. We are calling a function. And what you get now, customer or customers are? One record, customer. If customer is null, what is the meaning, you know? You entered a wrong customer ID. You entered a wrong customer ID. What I'm telling, see? There is no customer existing with the given ID. And afterwards, that's all jQuery. Understand your simple English. FRM customer referring to the form. Dot trigger. Trigger what? Clear reset button. You're clicking, you're hitting the reset button. And what will happen? It will clear you the content now. Setting the focus in the customer ID. No, sir, data is existing. Existing, huh? Then what I'm doing, see? Am I assigning all the values now? Name is assigned to name text box. Balance assigned to balance text box. City assigned to city text box. You'll have a doubt. Sir, what about ID, sir? Why to assign ID? You enter ID and only click it there now. Correct or not? If you are confused with this, write all this code in a separate function, like a display data, and call the function there. That's all. What to do? Function display data. And specify the name there. That is one style. Already I'm showing you that option to you. Second style, directly write off. Anonymous. No need to give a function name now. Straight away function, and you can write off the complete body of that code in that place. And this will do the job for you. And now error. This is fine now. Are you clear? Okay. This is fine now. Why? Because display error for everything, display error is common only. So in this type of scenario, the best option is separate functions. In this case, one time call. So no need any separate function now. So observe all of you, save it, come to your browser, refresh once. 106. Got it? Now, 1, 2, 3. Okay, something. Is it existing? Not only going to display, it will reset. That's what. Trigger reset. Automatically resets everything now. The form is cleared. Everything is empty. Where is the focus? Customer ID record. Again, you're ready to enter a new record now. You can again try with a new record. 109. Got it. Okay. 119. No one is existing. Are you guys clear? Yes or not? Okay. So this is how you are writing the get customer. So did you understand the get customer method? Again, watch. URL is same. Type is also same. Data type is also same. What a newly added is data. What a newly added is data. Why I shown you this option is for insert, update, delete, you need to pass the data now. For insert, update, you need to pass the data now. we'll pass it like this. Or otherwise, second option I said you can directly use it there also. Okay. Next, if it is success, what are you doing now? Null. Null means no record found. There is no record found. What I'm telling, there's no customer, and I am clearing the form and putting the focus on the text box. If I find the data, am I sending the values to the text box? If any error, again, display error gets caught. What next? Stop data. I want to enter a new record. I want to enter a new record. Okay. 117. I just wanted to give some name. Okay. Some name and balance 22,000 and city Delhi. Click insert, should insert the record. Click insert, should insert the record. Correct now? Okay. Now, for that, we plan for a function. What is the function? Add customer. All of you observe carefully. Let me copy the same code. Paste it here. Come on, guys. Type is post. You're performing a post action. Data type is JSON. Now, you're required to supply the data now. You're required to supply the data. Okay. And you want to pass the data in a JSON format, correct? All the 4 text box values should be passed in a JSON format. We have a class called, we have an object called JSON serialize or something here. Forgot the function name. Data. We need to pass the data. Just all of you carefully. What data? Form data. What data? Dollar. How do you write? Hash. Form name. FRM. Customer. Just check it out. Correct or not? Okay, na? And all the values of the form you should pass now. Got it? In which format? Dot. There is a direct method called as serialize. Serialize. And this is going to convert your data automatically into JSON. And sends the value in a key value combination to the server now. In a JSON format. This is a built-in function. Directly serialize. And it will pick all the text box values. And don't forget, sir, what will be the keys? Because in JSON, key and value should be there. Correct now? Text box name will be the key. That is why the text box name, just like our MVC, I mapped the correct property name only. Your field name is name. Text box name is also name only. ID, customer ID, customer ID. Like this, we have correctly given the names to our text boxes. Check it out. Customer ID. This is nothing but the name of our property. And now all this will be taken as keys now. And content will be taken as values. And it will build you what? One JSON. It will build you a JSON record. And that JSON will be transferred to the server. Okay. Success. Success is not buildable now. What do you want to do in success? Tell me. Insert button. You click on insert only, this code will execute here. Reload the data. What you required to do? Reload. Why? The table should show you the 17th record now. The table should show you the 17th record. Okay. So for that, I am writing a separate function called clear and load. Sir, you can write the code there now. I can write the code, but I need this in update and delete also. That is why I'm writing a separate function. See, I'm writing a function means reusability is there. I'm not writing a function means one-time use. So what is the name, guys? Function clear and load. In this, do the guys, what is it? Clear the table and simply go for loading the data again. That's it. You know the code. Watch it. What did I write? Already explained you this first line, remember? What it will do? All the text boxes are cleared. Next, you're calling get customers will reload. And already in the get customer, we have written the code for clearing the table body and add the rows now. Lastly, setting the focus in the text box. Which text box? Customer ID text box. Okay. So observe, save it. Error is again display error only. No changes to that. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Refresh. How many records are there? First, initially check it out. How many? 16. Okay. Now 117. Some name you're entering. Okay. One. Balance is 22,000. City is Delhi. Click on clear and load worked and your focus is present here. See? And did you notice the page is not reloaded or refreshed? That is the point you require to understand here. Okay, 118. Okay, I'm just going to fill up my particular detail. The main point you all require to grasp here is it is never going to be submitting the page to the server. All the things happen for you in the background. Okay, Ramesh. So balance is some 30,000. And city is Chennai. Click on insert. No page reloading, no refreshing, nothing happened. That's what a SPA is. Single page application. Everything will be on the same now. Won't refresh, won't reload, nothing. But all actions will be happening. 18 records. You got 18 records now. What next? Update. Guys, don't forget, if you want to call update, first you require to call selector. 106 is the record. I'll click on it. Yeah. Now, I will make a change and click on update, should update the record. Are you clear? Same code like insert only, man. Just to change the what? Change the code. What? No, type. Type is put. Type is put. Okay. See guys, copying this, all of you, copy this. Paste here. Tell me. Update customer. Oh, spelling mistake. Type is put. Remaining everything same only. Why sir? Array for update also you need to pass all the data. Again serialize. After success. Clear and load. Error. Display error. So this is the same code. What did you write for add customer and what did you write for update customer? Both are same guys. I'll put this in the bottom. Yeah, watch. Both are 100% exactly same only. There's no difference except the here it is the post type and here it is the put type. That's it. $106. 20,000. Update. Updated or not? Check it out. 106 Puja record was updated to 20,000 and all the things are cleared. Once update completed, everything is reset. Is that clear? Okay. So any record you wanted to update, update. I want to update 103. 103. 9,000. Concentrate on the table on the left-hand side, guys. Done. Update it. Are you clear? The multiple calls here. First call is a put call. Second call is a get call. First it is a put call. Afterwards get call. What next? Delete. I will enter some record here. 109. Should delete the record. Are you getting me? Deleting the record means we'll only change the status. How do you confirm? Here the active should change up to inactive now. Are you clear? See, suppose I enter 104 here. And if I click on the delete, the active status should change to inactive now. That's all. If you don't want the inactive records, you require to change the code in the API. Where condition, you require to add a where condition. We did not add. That's why you're getting all. You know how to do it, how to restrict there. Okay. So just to make you sure, delete, updation, everything will happen here. I did not write it like this. Simply I left it as false. Active will show as inactive. Now click on delete, should delete the record. Correct? What the code meant? Copy, paste, delete customer. Type is delete. Do you want to pass the whole form data? No. Why? Because listen, post and put are taking the form data completely. Class information is coming here, but here only ID. Here it is only ID. Are you clear? It is only ID. And what did I say? If you want, you can pass without writing. Sorry, guys. How to write? Data ID. Second option, what I said? Slash plus dollar customer dot val. That's all. You can write like this also. For get customer and delete, only ID required. Nah? I shown you both will work. That's why I shown you there one style, and here I show, and both are fine. You can try anything you like. No props. Understood my point here? If you don't want the URL to be changing, then do data. No, sir, even the URL change, I want to try like this. Like this also, you can give slash, and you can pass on the ID value here. Okay, save it. Here also, delete has to call you, and error should call you display error. Okay. (104) delete. Deleted. See there. The value was set to inactive. I want to delete 102 also. 102. And no need to call this here. Delete is enough. No need to get the selector. Why? You're picking only customer ID. Nah? So even though directly you call delete also, it will work. There's no point of again getting the data. Just before you delete, you want to see what data you want to delete, then click on the search button. Otherwise, not required. Are you clear? Yes or not? So did you understand how you can call an API now? What you need is the URL. That's all. What you need is the URL. This is what I was explaining you on the Saturday. When you come to a web service, you require to have a proxy class. Now you need to create the instance of the proxy class, and you need to call the method, pass on all the values to the proxy class. That's a regular code. But when you come here, nothing. Only what you have is URL. What is the URL? What type of action you want to perform? Get up, post up, put up, delete up. Next, what is the data? Next, data will come if there is any input. If there is any input. Are you clear? Okay. And afterwards, success. What should happen? Error. What should happen? Tomorrow, in the going forward, when I teach you core, there also we will be calling APIs. Same process. I won't explain you again all these particular things there. There also, the same code only. The jQuery, Ajax, that is the same thing. No page reloads, no page refreshings. Everything will execute to you automatically. Is it clear or not? Okay, you're clear now? Where you hosted this API on the IES? Oh, when I host an IES, directly I can call from another project also then. I can call from another project also. Correct or not? Right now, we call the API from the same project or different project? Tomorrow, will you call from same project? Huh? If you want to call both from same project, then there is no point of API here. Directly, I can write database code in my MVC application only. Nah? Just to give an idea, I shown you. But general process will be calling from another project. Calling from another project. Shall we try that? Calling from another project. Okay. What is your project name, guys? Current project name. We'll create a web API consumer. We'll create a project with the name called web API consumer. Okay, na? What project? MVC project. Open the studio. Create a new project. Web. ASP.NET web application. What is the plan? Web API consumer 1. Because I'm going to create 2 projects to you. Web API consumer 2 also will see. Another example. Okay. Web API consumer 1. D drive. Yesterday we have gone rollback na. That's why all these values are over and enough. Other by default everything will come na. Yesterday we roll back our studio. That's why all these things are lost. Okay, no issues. Create. What do we want? Empty. MVC. Not much code, guys. Just very simple. Add a home controller, index action, create the view. That's all. Nothing more than that. Only one controller, one action method. Because this spa, everything will be on the same page only. Okay. So first step, install jQuery. Yeah. What happened? Not coming. Okay. Okay. Add a home controller. What next? By default, we have an index action. Add a view and write the same code what we written in the previous example here. That's all. So right click, add view. And what did you write in the previous example as it is right here? Shall I copy paste? Delete the whole content. Go to the previous project, index.says HTML. Copy, paste as it is here. Are you guys clear? URL is same only, na? So copy paste and guys, you are hitting the web server, not, you're hitting the IIS, not IIS Express. You're hitting IIS. IIS will be running 24/7 in the background. Okay, so fine. So let me run this code. This is a new project, guys, what we are running. So let us run it. And we should see all the data like our previous example now. It's not loading here. It went to error now. Failure, success and failure, say success and error, na? Earlier success code, now error, and there we put a alert. What is the error? Could not load the data. Why, sir? What happened? It was executing there, everything is working fine, and now we are getting an error. What happened? For security reasons, cross server resource access is not available. I repeat, for security reason, cross server resource sharing is not available. Means you're calling from one domain to another domain now. These are not two same domains now. Yes or not? Tomorrow it is an SPI API, guys. API developed by SPI. Amazon wants to call it now. Amazon wants to call, Flipkart want to call, cross domain now. That won't execute. And you see, if you hit F12 and see the error, XML HTTP request to which service? From CORS policy, CORS, cross origin resource sharing. Cross origin resource sharing. So there is a CORS policy in your application. There is a CORS policy in your application. And this CORS policy will not allow cross origin resource sharing. Earlier it is working. Why? Both are running on the same domain. Remember that. Correct or not? What is that? What is that, guys? Earlier, that's why I typed and put it already here. See there. The domain on which your API is running, sorry, your MVC is running, and the domain on which your API is running, both are same. Correct or not? Both are in the same domain. But what is the problem? Now the domain is completely different. You are trying to call from the same domain? No, you're trying to call from a different domain. Observe, guys. Both are not on the same domain now. This is all on the same, see, app service. But here, see, there is a separate domain. They are not same. Are you clear? That is why from one to the other, the access is not available. Oh, then what should I do, sir? You're required to, I said you all this is for security reasons. All this is for security. For security reasons, it is not accessible. If not accessible, then why to write my API now? That is useless here. Throw it in the dustbin now. You are telling you can't accessible, then why you wasted all the time in writing all this nonsense here? It's all waste of time. Access should be given. Access should be given. What to do is, you're required to tell now, you're required to tell clearly for what domains you want to give access. I want to give access only to Amazon. I want to give access only to Flipkart. Or I want to give access to both Amazon and Flipkart. Or I want to give access to everyone. I should tell all these things now. Are you clearer or not? Second, you're required to also tell, what is it? For what methods you want to give access. I want to give access only to get method. Or I want to give access only to put method. Or I want to give access to get and put methods. I need to tell that. And also we need to tell the headers. One more thing, headers. I want to give access only when the request is coming in JSON format. I want to give access only when the request is coming in XML format. I need to specify all this information in my API, not in client. What will client do? Not here. Where? On the API. We need to enable this in the API. Are you getting me or not? How do we do, sir? Okay. We do that by installing one NuGet package called as CORS. What is that? CORS. Okay. No, sir. No, correct name is Microsoft.asp.not.webapi.CORS. So which project should I go now? API or MVC? What will you do in MVC? MVC will set the rules for API. API. You're required to do it in the API project now. Okay. is your API, web API service. Here we need to enable. How? Tools. See, just we are installing some libraries already in this. We installed so many things. Going forward, this is how the development will be in the real time. We'll be installing a lot of packages and we just consume them. Unnecessary things are not loaded by default. What is needed? You just get that. We call this as modular architecture. We call this as modular architecture. What is needed? That only is loaded. Okay. So now what you want? What is the library I said? Microsoft.aspnet.webapi.course. Microsoft.aspnet.webapi.course. Are you clear? webapi.course. Install. So generally, any package you regularly install will be immediately coming off. Rarely added, it will take a little bit time to search and load. See, jQuery and all are not taking this much time, you noticed it? Why? Regularly using. They're already indexed. They're already indexed. Once in a while we use, it has to search it, gather the information. It takes a little bit time. That's why what packages you regularly use will be faster. But otherwise, new things, if you come in, I'll break it a little bit time. Okay. What next? We require to import the namespace, guys. System dot web dot course. No. HTTP dot course. System dot web dot HTTP dot course is the namespace. Now, on the top of your controller, you write now, what's it? Enable course. Enable course. It needs 3 parameters, guys. What are the 3? What domains you want to give access? What action methods you want to give access? What headers you want to give access? It will ask you for 3 things. Origins. Oh, second one is address, third one is methods. These are the 3. All 3 are mandatory parameters. The rest of the 3 are optional parameters. See, don't bother about them. 3 mandatory parameters. What are 3? Origins, headers, methods. For what origins you want to give access? Mine is a public API. I want to give access to everyone now. So simply say star. No, sir, I want to give access only to Amazon. Then type. I want to give access to Flipkart. That's how you can write. Are you clear? Or I want to give access to all origins, sir. Comma. Next one is headers. What's it? Headers, that's what I said here. The header means basically the request is a JSON request. Then only I want to give access. The request is coming in XML format. Then I only want to give access. I want to give access to everything now. JSON, XML, no matter. Again. Methods. I want to give access only to get method. Only get method. Write it then get. I want to have access to post also. Post. No, I want to give access to all methods. Are you guys clear? Yes or not? That is how you're required to do this. Enable course. Okay. First step, install the course. Second step, on the top of the class, write this. And now in the third step, you just required to do, okay. about all the three attributes. See, enable course attribute expects three parameters, and those are origin, which should be a comma separated list of origins that should be allowed to access the resource or use a star to allow all. Next, headers, which should be a comma separate list of headers that are supported by a resource to use resource or use a star to allow all, or use a null or empty string to allow none. I don't want to give access at all. Simply say null. Third option, which should be a comma separate list of methods that are supported by the resource or use star to allow all, or use null to empty string to allow none. If you want to restrict, make it none. If you want to allow, star. Specific, write get comma, post comma, like this you can just write. Okay. So the next step what you're required to do is you're required to go to the app start, guys. What? Global dot app start. And here also you need to add that statement. Here also we need to add this particular statement. What? Where you're writing? Oh, web API config, sir. I'm sorry, not here. I'm sorry, not here. I need to write in the web API config, guys. We have web API config now. Go to web API config, and here you write config. Already config is there here. See, config dot enable course. Enable course. Config dot enable course. Actually, it will import the namespace. HTTP configuration. Okay. Okay. Config dot enable course. And with this action, guys, with this particular action, everything is ready. Everything is ready now. Once run your project here to build and host an IES. We made modifications now. That's it. Just run once and stop it. Just only to build. Now come to your working C. Where are you calling from? Not local. Check it out. You're calling from another project. Are you clear? Everything works as is. I want to fetch 109 record. I want to update. Update it. I want to delete. I want to delete 111. Everything working. Did you understand course policy? Sir, I have 10 controllers in my project. Do I need to write this enable course on all the 10 controllers? Yes, you need to. You need to. Why? Because, listen, for all controllers, we may not have the same rules now. Here I want to give get and post access. For another controller, I want to give get and access. So can be different. Am I correct? No, sir, I want the same policies for all the controllers now. I want 10 controllers are there, API controllers, but I want the same policy for all the 10. Are you getting me? Then you can enable it application level. Then you can enable it application level. How, sir? Watch, guys. Remove it here. So no need to import. No need to import it here also now. Now see, I'm not writing on the top of the controller. Go to API config. Go to API config. Import. You need to create the instance of a class. What class? Filter, yeah, it's a filter. See, attribute means filter. Enable course attribute. OBJ is equals to new enable course attribute. Again, all 3 parameters check out. Are you clear? And I want the same policy for all my controllers now. Then write this. and simply come here and say OBJ. That's it. Enables for all controllers now. It enables for all the controllers. Earlier, we have enabled only for customer controller, not for test controller. Test controller will not work again now. What will work? Only customer controller. Now, customer controller also will work. Test controller also will work because we enabled it in the application level. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, you can just say first step, you're required to go for installing the course. Okay, now? And first step is install the course and on the top of the class, write down enable course. Second step, go to API config and write this. If at all you want the course to be enabled for whole project, create the instance of the class. Which class? Pass all the parameters and config.enable course, enable. After enabling course, either control level or project level, we can start accessing the web API from other projects also. You can access from other projects. Are you clear SPA and single page calling now? Yes or not? And did you understand calling using jQuery? Okay. And I said to you, I promise you, I'll show you two options to you. One is calling through jQuery code. One is calling through C# code. One is calling through C# code. Tomorrow, I'll teach you how to call it by using C# coding, not by our API. We are not going to call by using the, Ajax. We are not going to call by using the Ajax or jQuery. We are going to call by using C#. Means one more client consumer. We created one consumer one. One more consumer 2 will create. There also will try. Same design and all. But we have multiple views. For display one separate view. For insert one view. For update one view. For delete one view. I want to make everything separate. And also I'll show you binary data. Images also. Cross project. We work with images. Same project. See cross project. Images. How do you work in the real time with images? That also I'll show you. Is that clear? Okay, fine. Let's stop there, guys. We'll meet tomorrow.